Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 2. This is episode 15, and in the last episode, we finished working on our little creeper farm that is right over here. Now, I haven't been on the server for quite some time, I've just been really busy, so my drops haven't really changed since I've been on. So this is still on the first row, but we do have more than we did last time. And in between episodes, I tried to stay a little busy. I was getting ready to work on my second layer. So down here is where the track is going to go. And then this layer is going to be my dirt with my wither roses. And then of course up top, I am going to place in all the trapdoors and all of that fun stuff. So for those of you who missed the last episode, I did make a creeper farm using wither roses, and that is the floor that is right above here. I'm going to be smart and not use my pickaxe because I'll break my tracks there. But yeah, go ahead and check out that episode if you missed it. Again, I made a creeper farm, and it does work despite the fact that I'm in this area here. Not the best of conditions, but we do have a working creeper farm, as you saw. And again, I was using the wither roses that I collected about a few episodes ago. Speaking of collecting, let's go ahead and check out how the beacon shop is doing. And let's see how many we've sold. And oh baby. So we have 4, 5, it's 45, and 4. 9 times, oh I didn't even count that one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 9 is 81 diamonds. Woo! Man, that is, I think that's the most diamonds I've ever made with all of the seasons put together and then some. So beacons are where it's at, and we still have 9 left to sell, and I do have a few more that I can craft up. But man, that is really awesome. And I wonder how the chicken shop is doing. I haven't really checked this out either. And 2 diamonds? Hey, we will take 2 diamonds. So, alright. Our shops are doing pretty good. Again, it looks like the beacon shop is where it's at. The chicken, not so much. But, yeah, that is super awesome. Now let's go ahead and head back over to the base here, because I have a couple projects that I would like to work on and try to get done this episode. Now, the plans for today's episode are to get a bee farm going here. I do want to start making some honey blocks. Honeycombs, I don't really need so much, but with the design I have in mind, it will be a 2-in-1 honeycomb and honey block or honey farm. I guess I can't remember. I know they get collected in bottles. Honey blocks, I guess. And then let's go ahead and sleep real quick, it's nighttime. And for the second project, well, I kind of already got it started. I was trying to be productive in between episodes, even though I didn't record anything. So I put up this whole section here. I placed in the sugarcane farm, because in the last episode, I was mentioning that since we have gunpowder, we also need sugarcane to make paper, and that way we can make some rockets. Now, it may be pretty obvious, but right here is the second project that I have for today. And, well, I mean, it's kind of halfway done. So let's go ahead and make this the first project for today. And what we're going to do is make ourselves a pumpkin and melon farm. And this is based off of a design by JX67. I believe it is the one that Groova is using over at his base. Now, I know Groova's has his on a hopper clock, an etho clock, but I know with the new update we can have all of our observers detect all of these, but I counted these spaces up and I'm gonna need like 58 observers, so I'm not sure if that's what I want to do or if I just want to, I don't know, I guess be lazy and make a hopper clock instead. I don't know if it's lazy or just more economical. But down below, we also need to place in a hopper minecart system, so we'll have a track going underneath, just like we do for the creeper farm. And then we need to have an item unloader right here that is going to go into our hopper system there. And I did place this in as well. This is going from the sugarcane farm at the moment, so all the sugarcane that breaks is going to go this way. It goes up this water elevator, and then it enters into the item sorting system right here on this corner, and we are currently dropping off our sugarcane in this slot here. So with that, what I want to do is run, as I mentioned before, this is the central storage system area. But on this side, I want to have the farms run this way, so the pumpkin melon farm will run all the way to this stream, go up to here, and then we can place the pumpkin melons in these two slots there. So that's the idea. Now let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we need to make a minecart unloader, and this one is based off of a design that I released, well, I believe over a year ago, possibly 2 years ago. But the design still works, and it is always my go-to minecart unloader. So for those interested in this, a card to it will be popping up in the top right corner, and as always, there will be a link to this tutorial down in the description below. But let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. So it's not going to put out a crazy amount of pumpkins and melons, but let's go ahead and we're going to place in sugarcane for now because that's what I have a good amount of. And what should happen is when it gets over like this, it is going to completely unload. And once this is done unloading, it's going to push the minecart and send it back on its way. So we got about 4 left, and then boop, there it goes. And then it'll make its way back down the track, collect everything, and keep going back and forth. And as you saw, once it has something to place into the storage system, it'll go here, it will pause, completely unload right there, completely unload, and then go back and collect once again. I just realized something. This was actually going to be a problem because the track needs to run under this way. So where I had that set up, that was totally going to be in the way. So I made a slight modification. It's not the prettiest thing, but the design still works. It does everything it still needs to do, but now it allows me to actually run the track under the farm like it needs to. The pumpkin melon farm is now finished, so I have all of these grown, and what I chose to do, and I think this is how you do it, at least I saw in the video, we alternate between pumpkins and melons. So I have melons, pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, melon. And hopefully we can see this in action. And of course, when I want to show it to you, there is nothing that's going to grow. Usually, they're popping up like every single time. I at least get 1, 2, 3. I even seen 4 at one time. This is only a 9x9 area. Of course, if we actually made this a full chunk, like in JX67's video, we would definitely get more drops. And with that, of course, I will post a link to the video down in the description below, and a card to it will be popping up in the top right corner. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Hey, we got it at the last second. There we go. Now they're growing. So we had 2. There's a third one. And, you know, I just wanted to show that this is, in fact, working. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we could have used observers because they now detect when these move. But I decided to be a little bit more economical, and I just went with some spaghetti noodle redstone dust. And it's not the prettiest looking thing, but it gets the job done. So we have this wired up to an etho clock, and as you just saw, once that goes back, we get a quick flash from the redstone torch. That powers all of the redstone, and that causes all of these pistons to extend. So that is how the redstone behind this works. Now, as far as drops go, again, having more melons than pumpkins, pumpkins drop as themselves. So we have already a stack and a quarter, so that's pretty good. But melons, because they drop in slices, we have quite a bit of melons. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these. I know we can make glistening melons for potions, and maybe if I get enough, I'll just throw them in a composter and start making some bone meal that way. But this is all finished and ready to go. And again, the link to this will be down in the description below. Oh, we can go ahead and check the pumpkin melon farm off of the list, and we can begin work on the honey in Honeycomb Farm. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the chicken farm here. I haven't really checked on this in a while. I do have a ton of feathers. I got a whole shulker box right here that I need to get rid of somehow. But let's go ahead and take a look inside of these. And that's still pretty good. We have a row and a half just about of cooked chicken in that one. That looks about the same. And that is about the same also. Of course, we still have a ton of feathers. But man, I am really loving this chicken farm. So there's that. We got the adult chicken. We got all cooked up, and of course leaves all of our baby chickens behind. I did have to make a slight modification to my old design when 1.16 came out, and with that, this is working just fine. The first portion of the farm is done, and what we have here is a simple block swapper with our dispensers. I'm not sure if they put this feature in Java just yet, but man, being able to push and pull dispensers, droppers, and things like that is really awesome. So let's go ahead and give this a quick test. So there's that, it swaps, and then it will swap back. And of course, these dispensers are going to be against the beehives on both sides. And up top, we're going to have the bottles to collect honey. And then down below, we will have shears to collect honeycomb. So, as you just saw, if we want to collect honeycombs, all we do is flip this. And when the beehive gets full, it will collect the honeycombs. And switching it back to honey when the hive gets full, it will dispense the bottle, collect the honey, and then it will go down into the storage system down below. So that little bit is done. Let's go ahead and move forward with this farm. The farm is almost done. I have the beehives in place. I got the flowers, the block swapper, the comparator that's going to detect the honey levels, and now comes the fun part of trying to get the bees in there. I say this a lot when I do farms and different builds, but everything is so much easier to do in creative. Now, in creative mode, obviously, I would have a bee egg and just spawn bees in and be set and done. But with this, we actually need to get bees inside. So I do have a bee nest and some flowers. And what I'm thinking I'll do, I know I have at least 2 bees in here. But I know the bees, if I remember correctly, they take up residence well, if I have 3, they belong to this hive or nest. And then any others that I breed, they will pick one of these 2. I do need to fill them up. And then, of course, once I fill those up, I need to be able to keep all of them inside. So that is going to be the fun part. So let me go ahead and try to do this. And I wonder how long this is going to take. Well, getting the bees in wasn't too bad. It took about, I don't know, like 5 to 7 minutes. Now, I placed in a storage system down below, which was right here, but I'm noticing something interesting. I also had to change the redstone a bit. What I noticed was that the honey bottles were popping out from behind. Now, I don't remember that being an issue before, but, well, now it is. So, that's 5, that's 6. This one should be getting ready to go in just a moment. So let's go ahead and hop up here. I just want to make sure that placing the hopper minecart back here is actually going to catch it. It looks like it already went. So, should be 6 then. It's not. I want to know where are these bottles falling to? Because I don't see them laying around, but I just happen to pick them up somehow, which is very, very frustrating. Like that. Okay, so I just picked it up. So where's it hanging out at? I have no clue. I am so confused right now. Again, this was not an issue before, but this is going to be a problem for sure. Alright, I think I have something figured out. Let me just double check, because that one just dispensed, and this one is going to be ready very soon. But fingers crossed, it should be... Yes! Okay, so it's collected down there. This one has already collected. So, I'm hoping that's going to work. For now, I might have to take this design back to the drawing board. Because, yeah, it was not doing that before. For those who have seen this tutorial before, when the bottle was dispensed, it actually popped forward. And we had the hopper minecart right under this block here, and then it would catch, and you know, we can grab it from the front. But with this, I'm still not quite sure. Not quite sure what's going on. So I was picking up items here, and you know, I tried placing a block there and moving this up to see if I can force it to push it a certain direction, and that wasn't working. But what I finally did was I took a hopper, I placed it right under the beehive, and so far it seems like it's catching it on both sides. This one is also under the beehive, so I just want to confirm and make sure I'm not just getting, you know, it's just not dumb luck that I'm catching those bottles. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit here and see if we can catch the next two bottles, or at least from this one, because this one's gonna go soon. That one is at level 1, and this one is at 3. So yeah, definitely this one's gonna go first. So we'll just wait around and then see if we catch the next bottle in the chest. I was moving my clips over to the folder, and of course that already finished. Now this one is at level 4, so we'll wait for this one, I guess, to go through. That way we can actually see this happening on camera. And you know, not saying that you're thinking I'm just placing honey bottles down below and saying it's working. But yeah, I actually want to catch this on camera just so we can confirm. So if we look here, 1, and we do have that second one, the one that I just missed, and hopefully this one goes off soon. Okay, yeah, that one just went off. So we should have the second bottle down below. Yes. Okay, perfect. So it is catching the honey bottles from right under the beehive, which is good. And I mean, it's not too big of a deal. It's definitely not the original design, but then again, the original design also didn't have 2 of these going. It was just one module, but it's not too big of an inconvenience except for, well, the storage being down below, but it is officially working now, so at least we got past that. I was pretty frustrated about that. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Aw. Oh, I didn't get my redstone, though. Woo! Okay. Oh, man, that, where did that creeper come from? Probably from back here. I mean, I do have lights underneath. I know that's not it, but I'm sure probably... I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it could have walked from to get here, but I am... Wait, is all my redstone intact? Oh, woo! Okay, I'm glad all of my redstone is intact. You guys are useless. Useless. Okay, maybe it's not their fault. I mean, they were definitely not over here to scare the creeper away. But oh man, that hiss, that is always gonna give you a small heart attack. And especially with the creeper farm being right there, when I was working on this, I heard a creeper dying because I had just run over from this side. And man, I freaked out because I heard the hissing. I'm like, oh wait, it's taking damage. But man, we definitely dodged a bullet with this one. This is just some cleaning up, and looks like I might have to make a little bit more concrete to patch up that hole. I got my wall patched back up, and I'm still not sure where that creeper even came from. But let's go ahead and check this out. And that one just went off there. And I think I collected at least a couple more, right? What were we at? 3? We were at 2. I don't remember. But we do have more. There's 4 in that one. There's 4 in that one. So we are still catching we're still catching the honey bottles down below. So, yeah, it's good to know that... No creeper behind me. It's good to know... Good to know that those first couple weren't a fluke. So we are actually... We found the right spot to catch our honey bottles, which is very good news. So we can say this is done. I'll work out the automatic sorting later because I still want to run the chicken, the feathers, the honey down into the storage system here. But of course this is at a lower level. So I kind of dug it out where I wanted to check things out, and I don't have torches. But this is underneath the base. And yeah, there's no way it should have spawned down here either. There's plenty of lighting. And that is the storage system or the item elevator there. So you can see where kind of the issue is going to be trying to get that to come up. And using those, I'm all out of torches. But yeah, this is, we can say it is officially done. So, a very productive episode. We got the honey and honeycomb farm done. Oh, I didn't place in my shears. So we got the honey farm done. And it's not doing honeycombs just yet because yeah, I spent most of my time trying to troubleshoot that, and I'm glad we got that figured out. And then, of course, at the beginning of the episode, we also created the pumpkin and melon farm here. So that is working. That is very nice. We got the sugarcane farm that was done in between episodes. And let's see how we're doing. I don't remember where it was at. Definitely got more sugarcane. Definitely got more pumpkins. And we definitely have more melon slices. So, yeah, that is working good. So what I tried to do, and this was a part of my original idea, is I wanted to, of course, have this be the center point, but I wanted to be able to have all of my farms activated within a certain distance. So that's why I'm trying to keep everything close. The creeper farm wasn't really going to work right here because I was too close, but of course while I'm over here, it's going to be active. And like I said, I did hear it going off earlier, and even here we have more gunpowder. Speaking of, I still need to add in that level there. I'll probably do that in between episodes. Got some more cleaning up to do around here. But with that being said, everyone, this is going to be the end of today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you later.